What is up, everybody? Ben Johnson here, and today we are breaking down the ultimate gear guide for Black Friday. Let's go. Alright, welcome back to the channel. As mentioned before, my name is Ben Johnson and I am a content creator based here in Atlanta. My goal with this channel is to be a resource to creatives through reviews, tutorials, behind the scenes content, and honest podcasts. So if any of that interests you, I'd love to invite you to subscribe and join the creative crew. It really goes a long way towards supporting this channel, and it makes sure that you never miss out. Alright, let's talk gear. One of the main things you should keep in mind as you begin to navigate Black Friday and all of the deals going on is what type of content are you going to be making over the course of the next year. If you keep that at the forefront of your mind, it should help you select and purchase the gear that you actually need, not just the new gear that you think you want. YouTubers, freelancers, content creators, we all need a ton of different tools in order to do our jobs well and with quality. It can be a little bit overwhelming when you start to look for all of the different sales and deals that are going on during this season. So one of the things that I wanted to do in this video is to break all of that down into smaller categories. First up on the list is cameras. In my opinion, the overall best bang for buck, the best quality, the best value cameras that are on the market right now are mirrorless cameras. One thing you should really think about when upgrading your camera is, are you upgrading into a system that you can grow into over time? The reason this is important is because over time you'll start to collect lenses, and these lenses are going to be compatible with the system that you're working with. What I would encourage you to do is maybe do a little bit of research even into some of the cameras that are way out of your price range, so you can start learning the ins and outs of the system now with a cheaper model, and over time when you finally can upgrade, you'll be more familiar, you'll have more lenses to go along with it, and it will just be a more seamless transition. In my opinion, the Sony system has some of the best cameras available. Now don't get me wrong, there are still great cameras from Canon and from Fuji and Panasonic, but I really do like the Sony system because I feel like a lot of the settings and functionalities and customizations really put the shooter first. So if you're kind of wanting to get into YouTube and have a better camera, better quality, I would definitely recommend checking out the Sony a6400. It is by no means a cheap camera, but in the grand scheme of all the different offerings that are on the market, it is a lower priced one that gives you a lot of value for the money. I'm actually shooting on the Sony a7 III right now, and it is a couple of years old, which is really interesting because usually on cameras that are a few years older, you can get better deals on during Black Friday. So it's just something to think about. There's been a lot of newer releases since this camera came out. And if you're looking into getting something similar to what I'm using, I would definitely look into the a7 III. It's definitely on the pricier side of things, but at the same time, because it's an older camera, you may be able to find a great deal on it this year. Lenses are a great way to get different looks for your videos. The question you should be asking yourself when it comes to lenses is, what type of look am I trying to go for in my videos? A super common YouTube look that viewers are accustomed to and is very effective is this super wide angle where I'm very close to the camera. I can actually reach out and touch it because I have a very wide lens. This allows me to stay close to the camera. I can reach around and control it. And the viewer also gets this wide angle of view so they feel like they're immersed into the space. So I would definitely consider a wide angle if you're into YouTube or vlogging content. But I would also recommend looking into something a little bit longer, like a 50 or an 85 prime lens. If you have a lens like this, you can get into some very artistic and cinematic B-roll that will enhance the overall quality of your content. If you want to know what exactly B-roll is, I've actually created a video explaining that topic and diving into it a little bit, and I will link it right up here. Another type of image effect you may be looking for is macro, and there's a lot of good macro lenses out there, but one of the things that people forget about sometimes is there's actually macro converters for a lot less. So if you're planning on over the next year needing to have some macro style shots, maybe you're doing reviews and you want to get up close detail shots of the products or whatever it may be, if you're looking for macro, I would highly recommend checking out some converters, and I'll put some in the description below. When it comes to videos, audio is half of it. So it is definitely important and definitely something you don't want to cheap out on. There are a ton of different ways to record audio, from shotgun mics to USB to XLR to lavalier microphones to audio recorders. And so if you're trying to figure out a little bit more as like, what do I do? There's so many options. I've actually already made a video where I break some of this stuff down, and you can check it out right here. For me personally, I'm going to be looking to see if there's any deals on something like the Tascam DR10L, because I really do think that that is a fantastic option for a variety of freelancers and content creators, as it is portable and very flexible and gives you a high quality audio recording on the go. Another fantastic option that I'm going to be keeping my eye on is the Rode NT USB and the Rode NT USB Mini. This is a really good option if you are a content creator who is doing most of their work in a studio style setting or a home office style setting. It's not going to be as great for on the go, but for being in a stationary location, it is very, very good. Another one to keep in mind is the Rode Wireless Go. It is a very unique option that is super high quality and really effective. You could also be in the market for some new headphones. New headphones go a long way towards the overall mixing and editing experience of videos. So if you're interested in headphones, I'll go ahead and link some down in the description below. All right, if you are a subscriber on this channel, or if you have seen any of my content before, you've probably begun to see a trend or a theme on just how important lighting is. So out of all of the equipment that you may be looking into over the course of the next year to up your level of content, I would definitely not skip over lighting. A lot of times we want to go straight to the new camera or straight to the new lens, but I'm telling you, if you invest a little bit more into your lighting, it can really go a long way with whatever camera you have. I always recommend one of my personal favorite lights, which is the Photo Deox Flapjacks. Lately, they have been out of stock on Amazon, but you can still find them on B&H and some other websites. I've actually done quite a few videos where I break down some different light options that are budget-friendly and affordable, and there could be even better deals on it during this time. So I'll place those links down in the description if you'd like to learn more. If you're trying to get serious about YouTube and you're wanting to pump out a bunch of content over the course of the next year, you should definitely consider investing in a quality music licensing platform. If you don't know much about music licensing, how to do it, or what it is, don't worry, I've actually already broken down all of the different options that are out there for you, and I'll place that video right here and in the description below. But to sum it all up, the best value on the market is Soundstripe, and it typically goes for $150 per year. But to save yourself even a little bit more money, go ahead and use code CREATIVE15 and you'll get 15% off at checkout. A super underrated category is software. Software can be used to enhance your edits. It can be used to up the quality and the efficiency of your workflow. I use software and video effects and plugins all the time on my videos. My absolute favorite site for video effects and plugins is a site called Motion VFX. If you are a Final Cut Pro user like me, then this is the site for you. I get questions all the time about how I made my intro or how I do certain text effects or my end screen animation, and the short answer is Motion VFX. Another great category to look into is accessories, and by this I mean tripods, monopods, stabilizers, things to help accessorize and support your camera. In the past few years, stabilization technology has skyrocketed. There's so many good stabilizers on the market at crazy prices. I'm going to be keeping an eye on stabilization stuff myself because I think there is some really good stuff that's on the market, and there could be some really good deals this year. I'll put a few links down in the description to some of my favorite tripods and monopods and stabilizers so that you guys can go check it out as well. All right, the last one of our categories here today is going to be a shameless plug, and it is merch. I am releasing some brand new merch for Black Friday, and I can confirm it is going to be on sale. I'm super excited for some of the pieces that we're releasing, so I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that there's new stuff coming, there's sales going on, and it is going to be awesome. All right, everybody, that is going to about wrap up this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this and found some value from it. The biggest thing to keep in mind with all of these holiday sales is to not get caught up in the hype. Buy the gear that is going to help take your content to the next level over the course of the next year. Do not go broke over it. Don't get so caught up in, wow, this is an amazing value deal, but rather focus on, wow, this is going to make my content go to the next level. Before you guys leave, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and as always, stay creative. Peace.